Hello everyone, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. We're going to use the Muse Tarot for this reading. Thank you to the beautiful person who asked me about something I said in the video yesterday. Sometimes with the readings, I do not remember a thing. Even after I've done the reading and I walk to the computer, I title them when I tape them. Because if I walk away, I have to re-watch the video to remember what I was talking about, right? So, because a lot of the stuff we talk is just straight from intuition. It doesn't go through some sort of process where we remember everything we have to read. Now, sometimes snippets may stay with me because they resonate with me. So when you ask about a reading, can you have more clarification on something? Sometimes I have to go back and actually listen to the reading. So if it's a personal reading, for example, I wouldn't even have a clue what I've read for you. Not even an hour after I've sent it, honestly, it just goes. And I know other psychics say the same thing. Now, yesterday I talked about something in the video, in the reading, about love and emotions being two entirely separate things. But you see, we are taught to use our emotions very inappropriately throughout our lives. So you can tell that because a child chucking a tantrum, for example, may get its mother's attention. And we know that in order to cope with tantrums, we actually have to ignore the behaviour, which means the child learns to communicate effectively. Some parents don't do that. And of course, the child then is used to getting their own way, and they will keep and continue to do that. But sometimes when I say things, I remember them because they resonate with me. So when this person said to me yesterday about love and emotions, and thank you, she knows who she is, and the separating of the two, and that you are not your emotions. Your emotions are a response, and we learn to work with that. And because some people have had very distorted childhoods, they may have used their emotions to gain attention. Which means that we grow up quite unhealthy with our emotions. And it may mean we're used to, say, for example, losing our temper or getting upset because we've never learned to moderate those emotions. There is a process to that. Love is completely different. Love is not emotion. It's a heartfelt feeling. It's a feeling that comes from within. And a lot of people feel that love comes from outside of themselves, so they need external validation. So, you know, you hear a lot of people that say things like, I want someone to love me. Well, actually, that is just not even a thing. It's not even a thing. Love is something you make within yourself. It's something that you feel. It's a feeling for you. Does that mean you can't love someone else? No, absolutely, you can love someone else, but you can't make someone love you because you love them. And that's sort of a little bit of a tough one for people to understand, because I feel a lot of people are taught that we need someone to love us to feel complete. But of course that is quite, it can't happen. It just doesn't happen that way. So in order to find love, you've got to have the love within yourself. And once you start to love someone else, you can create the feeling of love within them back again, absolutely. But sometimes you can love and not receive that back. So that's where we call it unconditional, because the love within us is not conditional at all. It's just based on how we're feeling. So love is a feeling within us. It's not something somebody can give you. They can show their love. They can give you their love if they choose to, but it's not something that you can create outside of yourself. And a lot of us, because we don't have that love within us, we look for external validation. So when we don't love ourselves, we want someone else to love us. That's because we're seeking external validation. But you can't find that unless you have it within yourself. It's like an inner radar system. And of course, not all the time do you love someone when they love you back. Not all the time will you love someone when they love you. But just the way it is. So remember, love is a feeling that you create within yourself, for yourself. And I always say to people, think about the love you have for somebody around you. Love of a parent, love of a grandparent, love of a child, love of your own children. That's the feeling of love you need to create for yourself. That is self-love when you get there. All right, we're going to use the Muse Tarot for your bonus reading. Oh, love it. Off to a really good start there. The Fool card. I really like the Fool card here. Again, I was talking to somebody yesterday and asking them how they felt when they looked at the Fool card. And some of the things they said to me, and you know who you are too, some of the things they said to me were so beautiful and so touching. And sometimes when someone else feels that with a card, I'm like, that's your intuition, because I haven't felt that with the card before. But now I understand what you're saying. And I feel really with the Fool card, because the Fool card is about taking risks. It's about taking a leap of faith. It's about going after something regardless of what you know about it, because you desire it, you want it, regardless. You're just going to go after it. But this person said to me yesterday, the sky is the limit. And I thought, I've not really looked at this card like that before. But in this particular one, it really sounds very, very much like the Fool card. This is about going after something without having any sort of condition. It's like, you know, jumping into new love without really knowing where it's taking you. It's like starting a new job, not really knowing where you're going to be later on down the track, you know, or even if it's going to work out. And you go anyway. You take the risk. You just go for it. And we're not very good at doing this as human beings. We tend to... I've had so many things said to me in the last couple of days that have really resonated with me. And somebody else said something to me yesterday about, you know, like being worried about taking a risk on something or being scared. And I want you to do that. If you do that in future and you're scared of moving forward because you don't know what's going to happen, try and break that down for yourself. Try and break it down to see what your fear is there. What is your fear? If your fear is failure or self-sabotage, then I say go for it. Absolutely go for it, because you're never going to get past that unless you question it. But you need to really get inside that. All right, so we have the King of Swords coming through here. The King of Swords doesn't hold back. This is a person that comes from a very logical perspective. They don't feel with their heart. They go after things because they logically think they're right for them, or they measure up. This is a person that comes from the logical mind. There's a very material energy with the swords as well. But when you're the king, you can afford to cut things out. You can afford to go the way you want to. You can afford to take the risks. Who's going to challenge you when you're at that level? I feel like here's somebody who is an intellectual thinker. This says it all. Somebody who is thinking with their logic is about to take some sort of leap of faith. They're not going with their heart. They are going with their mind. There is a feeling here that they've had some sort of wake-up call, some sort of clarity here. And they are not worrying about what's happening here. They're being the King of Swords and they're going after it here. But somebody has had a wake-up call. Somebody who may have been in a bit of a slump for a while with this Five of Pentacles. You could be dealing with someone that you left out in the cold. They could have left you out in the cold, but I feel like this person has really come from... They see you as their sunshine. That's what it feels like. They see you as they see you as what they're jumping towards here. And I feel like this person has perhaps been in the dark for a really long time. But this person here is no longer paying attention to ownership or things that they have around them. They are just making a decision to go for something here. Okay, we have the Magician. This person's a magician. This person is, they may have felt that they've created something here, but they may have manifested something they've wanted. But I feel it's like this has been presented to them, that they know that that's there, but there had to have been some sort of decision made, because there's a big leap of faith coming in here. A big leap at something they are measuring logically, not with their heart. So I feel like they've had to get past some sort of decision. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so we have the 9 of Wands coming through. Oh, how funny. Do you remember yesterday the moon came in reverse? And it's come out in reverse again with the Chariot. Okay, so both these are the cards of Cancer. You could be dealing with a Cancer person here who's made some sort of logical decision and put everything aside. They're coming up as the Magician. It's like they've put everything aside to take a leap of faith here. They're putting everything aside. I get a strong feeling of that. Let me just have a look again. So we have the Fool, the King of Swords, some sort of awakening coming through, some sort of realization after a period of feeling left out in the cold. They don't want to be left out in the cold here. So they're manifesting a new start. But with this 9 of Wands, I'm feeling they're breaking a cycle here because they're releasing some sort of emotion. But this person is still staying really locked into that logical mindset. But they are moving forward here. 10 of Wands, closing out some sort of cycle and having a brand new start. All right, let's see where this story's going. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups coming through here. Although it's not the Knight of Cups. I'm sure we could all have a joke on that, right? It's like, where's the knight? The horse has lost the knight along the way. Sorry, my wicked sense of humour. Okay, so there should be a knight here, but the knight is being represented by a horse. This person's coming in with a love offer and they're determined to come towards you. The knight isn't the most fastest horse. And it's really funny because they're a fish on this card. So Linda, if you're watching this, they're a fish. This is somebody coming in with a love offer here. Let's have a look where this is going. I'm still wanting to chuckle here, so I'm going to have to behave myself. Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, the 10 of Cups. Oh, such beautiful energy. With the 7 of Pentacles, manifestation. Somebody's manifesting their 10 of Cups here. There's a soul contract here. Somebody's realizing the connection to someone. I feel like it really is this really strong feeling of just throwing everything aside and just going after what I want. I don't care what I lose. I don't care what I leave behind. I want this. I'm going for it. That is the energy I've got here. And I feel that somehow it feels a little bit like the What's Cracking reading, but it feels a little bit more refined. It's almost like the urgency isn't in this reading, but it's still a very similar energy. So it could be like a different person for you. It could be a person who's thought this out, but I feel this wave here of just leaving something behind, of not worrying about it, using your mind, using your logic, and realizing it's time to go after what you want and just leave everything behind. I don't think this person is focused on their material wealth anymore. So I have the 7 of Cups coming through, strangely. 10 of Pentacles with the Tower. Okay. This person's crashed through an illusion. That's what they've done. Your person could have been very, very stuck in a material existence, worrying about their money, worrying about what they own, worrying about what they were leaving behind. There's been here, with this 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups energy, and the Tower, something's come crashing down. Something has come crashing down to make them realize that if they don't go for what they want and they stay stuck, that they're stuck in an illusion here. I also feel this may be a dream state as well. So whoever this person is may have had lots of dreams about you, or may see you as their dream person. So they are really focused on what you are, who you are. This Tower tells me that there's been a breaking down of something. Something's come crashing down here. And I do feel like this is crashing. You know, I always talk about the Tower as being something major epiphanies. It's a breaking down of old values. It's a letting go of limited beliefs. It's a rebuilding from the rubble. It's all of those things. But the Tower here, look at it. Tell me the energy you get from that. It's like something has come crashing down. But what I see is this mind. It's like this person has had a huge crashing down of something they have believed to be true. So baby, something has happened in this person's life. If this is you, something has happened to bring something down that you believe to be true. Let's just keep going. All right, so I have the 8 of Cups. There's a walking away of something here. Walking away from something. The King of Pentacles. See, it could be someone who's married. And we have the Wheel of Fortune here. I feel like this is what it feels like to me, right? I feel like this person has perhaps been ignoring something for a really long while. But something has happened in their lives to show them, and I feel the universe has hit them with something here, especially with the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Cups. I feel like something has happened to them personally that they have seen something quite differently. So, for example, if your person was married, which I feel that they are here with this King of Pentacles, they may have stayed with the relationship because they felt that it was imperative. It was part of their obligation to stay within a relationship because of their marital obligations. You may be dealing with someone who is culturally or religiously bound to marriage. And this person may have stayed in that situation believing that somehow they had to do what they had to do. I see this Tower and I feel like it's very likely that this person could have created some sort of energy that's made them realize that what they've been hanging on to, been promised to or obligated to, their partner hasn't. So I feel that there has been some sort of intervention here by the universe to move that person forward. So whoever your person is has been clinging to this limited idea or limited way of thinking here. Some sort of illusion that has been created for them by life, by their ego, by their logical mind, that is being removed here. That is what is being broken down, but I feel like it's outside of their control. I have a feeling I had something like this the other day, where something happens here to create the distance. It's not of their choosing. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that something has happened here. All right, let me just go, because now they're willing to take some sort of leap of faith here. I feel like they're taking on the energy of the King of Swords. There's been some sort of awakening. I feel like whoever they're with has broken them out of an illusion. 5 of Pentacles coming through. So I feel like there's either this person was left out in the cold or you've been left out in the cold here. Your person is taking on the energy of the Magician. They're now going after what they want. There is an energy here of leaving something quite painful behind. There's a release of emotion and forward movement here. 10 of Wands coming through, closing something out and having a brand new start. Something has been thrown at this person, and I don't think it's of their own volition. I feel really strongly like something has happened to push them forward here. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm feeling that the universe has had to step in. There you go. All right, so we have here the Temperance card with the Queen of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. Somebody's let go of a person here. They found balance by letting go of something. I feel like this person has lived some sort of existence where they felt obliged or committed to something because of their culture, their religion. I feel like they're putting it all aside now. They're going after what they want. Oh, I'd love $1 for every time I do that. I'm Calamity Jane today. I really am. I'm just a little bit clumsy. All right, Spirit. We're picking at random today. That's nice. Oh, the Time Master. 57. Okie dokie. Time is a construct of the human mind through which life events are seen to flow in straight line from past to future. This, however, is an illusion. Time moves in patterns, fractals, sometimes turning like a wheel and others moving straight as an arrow. Humans see time like a ticking clock, and this image reminds us that there's only so much of it to spend in a life, like a kind of currency. At any given moment you can see time in all its infinite potential, at once vast and all-encompassing, then shrunken and finite. It all depends on perspective. When the Time Master visits you, he asks a most important question. Will you break free from limited cause and effect thinking by moving beyond the linear illusion and welcoming the cyclic quality of time? You find yourself in a moment when the wheel of time turns and you're able to influence the past, thus changing the present and future simultaneously. This is the true test of the Time Master. You're being invited to take back your power, so let go of the past and choose to step into your life. In this moment, you are all powerful. You are the Time Master. Anything is possible now. That's why we have this Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this person is being given some sort of opportunity here to step out of the illusion and move towards what they desire here. That's what the Tower's done. All right, I'll leave you with that. Thank you.